Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? It's Rick Matsoko Cherry here. Just back again. I'm trying out Periscope for how we can, do our morning meditations. Just the morning meditations video. So I am going to try and share this quickly. Let's see whether this will work. Nope, don't worry. I'll still figure out how we can get a lot more of our followers kind of going with us. A lot of people will be watching this as a rebroadcast, but that's fine. It's only literally going to be a couple of minutes. That's how I tend to roll with the morning meditations. But how you doing? It's Rick Matsoko Tere here, back again talking about the journey of leadership, personal growth, personal development. It's been a eventful couple of weeks, and I'm kind of just glad I can come back. Share with you guys. I love to help and share, but also it's, I find it very therapeutic because I really am a learner, and I learn a lot, and teaching is a release for me, and I love that you guys can give me your attention, can come, watch what I do, what we do, and I'm trying out this thing with our Periscope. I'm also going to download the video and kind of post it again on my Facebook and on our page, on my Rick Matsoko Tere fan page, so that people from Instagram can also check it out. So let's get into to pay homage to my man Gary Vaynerchuk. Let's get into the show. Anyway, those who watch the Ask Gary V show will know what I'm talking about. But this morning I was thinking about and talking about the fact that when you have only a single skill, you become vulnerable economically. And this was presented to me by someone who was given a network marketing presentation that I was watching. And I took a look at it, and I was just like, is this guy? But you know what? I thought about it, and it's really true. And let's think about the old adage where, this is what our, people who came before us thought when they said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I want to tell you, don't put the eggs of your career, of your life in one economic basket, because unfortunately things can go badly for you. There's so many examples that we can talk about. There's so many things that are happening, but, diversify. There's a reason why investment gurus talk to you about diversifying your portfolio, about having multiple streams of income, because you never know which one's going to come. There's a reason why you have a lot of children, because you don't know what's going to happen to those kids. Back in the day, there was nothing like a pension. And what happened was that a person would bank on the fact that he has, many children that are going to take care of him or her when they're old. And, maybe that's one thing to take a look at for you. But okay, let's get into this. The world is changing, guys. The world is changing. And the world is actually changing at a more accelerated pace now than ever before. And if you bank on one particular skill and only one skill, then you are a little bit vulnerable. Take a look at career-wise. The internet is changing things at an unprecedented scale. We thought the Industrial Revolution changed us. We are going through our own Industrial Revolution. So, guys, when you think about it, take a look at people who are journalists and who fell in love with the old model of, they fell in love with the idea that when they grow up, they would work for the Herald, they would work for the New York Times, they would work for the London Tribune or whatever, and they would write, and they grew up in this well-educated family that taught them that that's how they should be. But now, with all these streams of media open where, there are millions of places where you can put, the opportunity has been put to so many people that, mediocre players in the journalism space have nowhere to go. Look at the way the Huffington Post has changed things, where they don't even print anything, but they are the companies that are changing things. So for you, you need to kind of just find a way of having your skills, build a skill upon a skill. I love the fact that if you have one core skill, find a specialization within that and kind of like branch that way. If you have you're in a particular industry and you're in one place. For me, I always had this vision to say, okay, so I would say to myself, okay, so I was in the energy sector, so I worked for a big energy company, and at that time I worked in customer service, and that was all good. I enjoyed it, but then when I started realizing that at the top of that of my customer service was just a world I didn't want to play in, I quickly looked for a way of diversifying into IT within that sector, and that really, really helped me. I doubled my salary within a period of like 2 years, and that was just incredible. I remember just going, and even then, when I was in IT, and I realized, oh, I don't really enjoy IT after I'd been there a few years. Do you know what? I started finding things in projects and everything, and right now, as an entrepreneur, as a budding entrepreneur, I'm kind of just enjoying what I do, and I'm doing things differently, which is why I am not scared. You see, when you only have one skill, that vulnerability makes you irrational. So you start overly caring about whether it's the Labour Party that's in power or it's the Conservatives who are in power. You get really, really thinking, oh, okay, where am I living? You start being scared of, when they talk about, oh, we're going to change the law. You start thinking, oh, what will happen to me? Globalization starts to scare you. Seeing immigrants come into your country starts to scare you. And you end up in a very, very fear-driven life. And guys, that's not the way to live life. So diversify yourself, learn other things, discover yourself, become self-aware, understand your talents, understand some of the other gifts and talents that you know. I'm really good with maths. That's one thing. I'm a mathematician, so I'm really good with things where I can reason and stuff like that. But I also am good at writing. I'm really, really good at writing. And so, I realized that, hey, I could always blog and talk about that. The social media revolution has shown me that, I enjoy putting out content, and I've got a lot of stuff that I have studied over the years that I'm practicing, and that is interesting to some people, hence why you're watching today. So, it's something that is incredible. It's something that's really, really, it will be useful for you. So I hope all of you enjoy and think about how, you can diversify your life in order that you are not economically vulnerable. Thanks. Hey, how you doing? Just finishing now. Bye.